Well, hello, everyone.
Hola, señorita.
And welcome. Well, hello, everyone.
Hola. Two.
I think he's wanting for us to be like, Madhouse.
Welcome to Madhouse.
There we are.
Oh, no.
I can't do that anymore. He's dead.
He's dead. Ah, shit.
And we killed him.
No, I can't do that anymore.
I'll do it.
That's
welcome,
true.
welcome to Madhouse, fam.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
You get-
there you
Oh,
go.
shit, bro.
There you go.
All right,
Oh,
ladies
shit,
and
bro.
gentlemen. This is
Man's
no.
out.
this is if
Oh, sorry. You guys want
Yes.
some Madhouse music?
oh boy, I would love
Yes,
some.
yes, please, Dan. Thanks.
God
Last
damn
time I
it.
could play this because we're technically out of the studio, so I can't play this stuff anymore, though.
Yeah, we got to play it pre non-studio.
Get it?
Yeah.
Slay, boy!
Yeah. It's very good. It's very good.
Chair
Music.
dancing. I love
It's been
it.
a long time finding it. Do you know how funny it is finding music that fits so well that's all royalty free?
It's hard.
How
It
do
is
you check
very hard.
to see if it's royalty free or not?
Well, the thing is,
we have a
license
service.
to Epidemic Sound.
Yeah.
So we own all the rights to everything on Epidemic Sound, but you have to sift
Oh,
through
right.
garbage.
Garbage.
It's awful.
Oh, no.
So, what's going on today, Brennan?
Today we were
happening?
playing Madhouse.
My frost.
I think some of you have tuned in for it. I don't know. Some of you have, some of you haven't. If you don't know what Madhouse is, it's a game in the all flesh must be eaten system, which is a zombie system. The premise of the game that we're playing right now is it's based on a TV show called Madhouse, which is sort of like the UK trash television Big Brother series. And we had notification email. Is it telling you that I'm playing Warhammer? Because if so, it's a lie.
Will share my beat better.
But essentially, I kind of lost my train of thought. It was people inside this house, scums of humanity, all finding out that the zombie apocalypse happened while they were all inside the house, and they just last episode escaped the studio from a horde of zombies. So they drove off in a car towards the city. I don't know where our group is going.
Thanks to me, obviously.
Yeah.
We're only
So
alive.
we have a beautiful cast. We have all different types of people represented here. We have Zach, the transvestite female. We have Hannah, the little Asian, looks way too young and you perverts want her sort of girl. We have Bryson, the big douchey, traps as big as literally
his head.
his head.
Yeah.
And then we have Derek Linderman, the failed actor, washed-up actor. And then we have Lyle McDouchebog, who is a writer for the show.
Yeah.
That's who's in our current cast. We have two new characters. Well, not new, they're old, but two characters that will be showing up today that people have been trying to figure out what happened to them.
Bam. I'm showing them the whole cast. Basically, this is everyone we're going to be looking at today.
Yep. We got the
Hell
big,
yeah.
We got the big old lineup.
Hello.
Yep. So, but the whole point of this game is it's one of those things where you guys are like, it says you make the story. There will be times where I'm kind of I don't really have everything planned, what's happening. It's mostly improv. I barely plan anything for this game besides just getting nice pictures and stuff. So what I'm relying on you guys to do is whenever I'm describing something, I'm like, yeah, he's sifting through his drawers. If one of you guys in the chat just starts typing like, he finds a flare gun or something, I can be like, oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah, it's a ripper. You find a flare gun inside that desk.
Cool.
And you guys can just do that whenever you guys want to.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. Or I'll also ask for specific things.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hello, Steppins.
Nice.
I'm glad we could pull you away from the Giro himself.
Oh God.
The what?
So the bagels steppings were well they let me off an hour early, but I came in over an hour before I was supposed to come in. So the bagels were just right, so to speak.
Excuse me? Did
Um,
you just refer to, like, your boss as, like, the bagels?
What? No.
My
I
boss
swear you
does.
just-
Yeah, I kind of feel like that was a weird vibe thing he was saying. He was like, yeah, I went up, I met this cute girl at the bar. We were talking, the bagels were just right, like just trying to be like,
The
yeah, the
stars
vibes
were
good,
right.
the bagels were just right.
The bagels
The
when
bagels.
the bagel is just right.
Yeah.
That's how you know.
Yeah, just right.
She's the one.
But yes, I.
Alright, I'm just retarded then, fair enough.
No, you're not. You're not, Boo. Or you might be. I don't know. I'm not a therapist or a mental health.
True. It is possible that he's retarded. We don't know, guys.
We might all be. Anyway.
Cool.
Hey, guys.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure without further ado, I'm ready to jump into Madhouse.
Let's rock and roll,
Fucking
man.
do it, boy.
I hope you guys are excited
So,
because this is gonna be.
Say goodbye.
good
Say
shit.
goodbye to the lovely game show music because we have left the studio.
Just let me enjoy it for like a couple of seconds.
Yeah, goodbye, lovely studio music.
Woo! Instantly depressed.
Goodbye, lovely studio music. So, we are going to pick up the Madhouse game. Like I said, last we saw, we see a crowd of zombies gathered outside of the Madhouse studio lot. And we see a car that is a yellow little crappy car, almost bottoming out because of how many people are inside of it, driving away. Very slowly. We see a close-up of Lyle's face inside his own trunk, like, you know, jerking around because he's knocked unconscious and they threw him inside the trunk. And we just see all the zombies turning away from the Madhouse studio and walking towards the car, but very slowly as it drives out of focus. And we see them driving down a road towards the city of Lafayette, which is the city here. You guys are in Lafayette County. You guys are on the outskirts, but we've already described that. And yeah, you guys have made it, and you are safe for now as you are trying to go somewhere. I don't know what your guys' plans are. But as we cut away from the car going out of focus and we see the zombies, we actually get a close-up of an old, shitty door. And it has a little key. It has a little eye hole on it, and we hear a bunch of locks being turned as a bunch of keys are being put into different locks to unlock the door. And as soon as all of the mechanisms are done unlocking, a man pushes the door straight with his hand, and it slams open against the wall. And we see a Frank Doyle, who is a character that we have seen in the very first episode. This is Darren's manager. He comes in. He's got a bottle of tequila and whiskey in his hand, and he also has a bag of beers that he's like holding, you know. And then he's got his keys in his mouth, and he walks in past the camera and sets some stuff down on the counter, and we see Darren enter in. And on Darren's arm is a girl who previously, when he had exited the Madhouse studio, had flashed him her tits. She doesn't have a name. He hasn't bothered to ask. For all he knows is that she's the woo girl. She started going woo when he came out. Yeah. And they are furiously making out in a really grotesque fashion as they're just as they walk past the camera. Yeah. And you guys make it over to the crash pad. And you guys are inside what you know, Darren, as Frankie Doyle's studio. This is, Darren used to be an old porn studio because Frankie was a porn producer back in the 70s. And when he was like way too young to be doing it too, which was the funniest bit, he was like 16 pretending to be older.
Yeah.
And he owned this porn studio.
I think I'm gonna like basically go straight over to the couch and just like basically let Frank do all of like the packing away of stuff, and I just like sit down with the girl and we're just like making out on the couch. Yeah,
exactly. And the thing is, you guys haven't spoken a word to each other.
Yeah.
You don't even know if she can speak. But yeah, she's very happily, very drunkily making out with you. Frankie
she's
goes
doing
over
other things with her mouth, Brandon.
Yeah, there you go. Nice. Giving you herpes is what she's doing with her mouth.
God damn it.
And as Frankie walks over to his old piano set, he like lifts up the keyboard and moves it out of the way, and there's a little mini fridge underneath it, and he opens it up and starts just grabbing shit and throwing it out to make room for the alcohol that he wants to put inside of it, because he has a bunch of beers inside a big brown bag, right?
Yeah, there's like a half drunk like Fanta like glass bottle in there that he just like throws out, just spills over the carpet.
Yeah. There's one of those mini pumpkins for some reason inside it. You don't know why. It started to maybe smell bad. It was like a Halloween thing, but he grabs that and throws that to the side too, and like there's burger patties and stuff that he's like moving out of the way, and just he scoops them all up and replaces them inside the brown bag after he puts all the beers inside.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's trying to get ready for a recording session, because you guys know that whenever you and he get together, you guys create straight fire, and you guys have newfound inspiration.
All right.
Supposed to been fire.
Nice.
Yeah, so Frankie gets done everything that he's doing, and he walks over and just, slaps himself down on the couch opposite of you guys, and is just like, he's just looking at you and like,
Yeah. And it's like way too long as well before I just like, I sort of like notice, and then like still for like a minute after I notice, I'm still making out, and then stop like, babes, just give me a moment, yeah?
Yeah, and she's just like, and she like sits down into the chair, like just this really gross, like,
Yeah.
yeah, and then you see her like as she leans back, she's just like, gets one of her own hairs out of her mouth.
Yeah.
Frankie's just looking at her like, all right, you feel better?
Sure, ma'am.
Yeah. Well, hey, welcome home, homie. Welcome home. We missed ya.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, man. Why are you so bummed out? Look, I got you a babe, booze, coke. I got everything.
Look, I've got to fucking dwell in the emotions here, yeah? I've got to be writing.
Yeah, you're right. Well, you keep riding that bum train shit, and I'm gonna be over here in straight Fireland. All right? Because check this out. You just wait. Just fucking wait. You're gonna be so proud of me what I've been working on since you've been gone. And he grabs a remote off of the table, and you see him. He like grabs the remote and he starts like fiddle. Actually, I even have a remote. Nice. And he starts fiddling with it. And
I
he's
pulled
like,
this little like origami monkey out of my pocket and like put it down on like the side table.
nice. Yeah, and he's just like, and he presses a button. He's like, you motherfucker, start. And as soon as he's like, start, it's like, then he presses the right button, and the song starts to come on. And as it's gearing up, he's just like, so, listen.
Frank.
Yeah.
In this little roadies track.
It were Little Roadie's track. Check this out. And Frank gets up, and as he gets up, like the couch is still sunken in completely, like it hasn't gone back to its form. And he walks over to Old Faithful, which is what his little piano set is, and he walks over to it, and with the track, he starts playing piano to it. And then he's just looking back at you like, I play piano over it. It's ours now. We own the rights to it, man.
That's fucking smart, Frank.
Yeah, I know it's fucking smart. I know. This is what I've been working on since you've been gone, man. I've been in here.
It's gonna be fire, man.
Yeah. Exactly. He's just like, yeah.
When he released this track and he didn't even fucking rap any fucking shit over it. Sat there saying the same 2 words the whole time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he did, but I like magic of editing. That shit's fucking ice. Guillotine, bro. That shit's gone. Head straight into the basket. The French peasants cheering.
Yeah, I go up to Frank and I like try and put him in like a headlock sort of thing.
Yeah, nice. And here's the thing. Roll me a. Okay, well you're gonna beat him on this. He's gonna roll a dodge. You can roll me a brawling if you want.
Okay.
Because you guys always do this, where you guys get a little too aggressive and end up breaking some furniture.
Yeah.
Shit.
Okay, yeah. So he goes to like duck out of the way, and you sidestep him and just grab his head into a headlock, and he's like, "Oh, fuck." Okay.
I give him like a noogie.
Yeah, exactly. And he's like, my hair, bro. And he just starts running his hands through his hair, and his hair looks exactly the same as when you messed it up. Because his hair, if you look in the picture, is just a disheveled mess.
I'll allow it, fam. I'll allow it. I just like back away.
Yeah. So, you like the track? He's like, shut the fuck up. Presses the button.
Man, that's fucking sick.
Yeah.
I turn around. You get an exclusive, babes.
And she's over there just like, yeah. Like she's like half not there.
Yeah. She's definitely on something.
Yeah, well, she looked like she was swaying a little bit, like she was trying to hold herself still even though nothing was moving, and it's like she was on a boat.
Yeah, I turn back around, it's like, when we get a recording studio.
Wait, when are we wedding, sorry?
When are we recording this stuff?
Oh, okay, sorry, I couldn't hear you because you broke up, for me.
Sorry.
Yeah. Right fucking now, homie. Right fucking now. And when he does that, we just get a jump cut to you guys popping open beers, cheersing, like a close-up of them cheersing. And then the girl like walking over and sitting on Frank's lap as he's like twisting a few knobs and stuff. And you see him, he busts out this little thing of Coke and starts doing and switching up lines on a CD. And as he starts doing that, he grabs out a $100 bill from his wallet, which has the Ben Franklin on it, but it's been drawn with Sharpie so that it has a devil on it, and it's like it looks all evil. And he like rolls up the 100 with it, and he goes and he takes a solid line, and then you see him like offering you the tray, and you go over and you snort a line off of your own CD. Yeah. And then we start getting shots of you like inside of the booth, right? And you're just sitting there and you're obviously like just freestyling or whatever. And we can see Frank like watching you on the little monitor, like trying to like hype you up or whatever. And then you're like wiping sweat from your brow. We also see the chick bent over and like Frank has a line of Coke on her ass and he snorts it off of it. Like just the absolute just ridiculous like
the height of depravity.
Yeah, exactly. And then we see another shot of you two making out on the couch again. And there's like all these empty alcohol containers in front of the table. And then we see the girl get up and like excuse herself, and like she looks like she's going to be sick, and she exits into the bathroom. And then we see more of you and Frank just like back, like he's hyping you up or whatever. It's like the 16th song that you've been doing on the same track. Like
I snort a line of Coke, and then we see him with like a sort of biro pen, like drawing a outline.
Oh yeah. He got a homemade tattoo kit, so he's tattooing on your face what you want. Yeah. And what we have is that it's a Glock under one of his eyes, and then the other one, it's the bullet that is exited the chamber. So it's like these awful homemade tattoos that you can't get rid of.
Yeah.
And like we see
that you need to be a SoundCloud rapper.
Yeah. And then we see one of our close-up of you, like, you and Frank's foreheads are touching, and you guys, like, really, like, hyped up or whatever, your foreheads are touching, and, like, Frank is like, look into my eye. It's like his eyes are just bloodshot red, and you're like, oh, shit.
Holy shit, fam.
Yeah, exactly. And then there's a shot of Frank on the carpet, and he's trying to do a snow angel in the shag carpet. He's, like, grabbing fistfuls of it. And like he's just like loving it. His shirt's undone, and there's like you're pouring alcohol on his chest, and he's just like loving it.
Yeah, and it's just like soaking into the carpet.
Yeah. It's just soaking into the carpet. And then we have a moment where you're inside and you're spitting tracks or whatever, and Frank is like looking over at his computer, and he's like, "What the fuck? Yo, Darren,
why are you disrupting my fucking flow, fam? Allow me, yeah?"
He just like gets up and he has this look on his face, and he's like, "It's been 3 days." He just has this moment of realization where you guys have been doing this for 3 days, and he thought it was like an hour. It's been 3 days.
Then where's the fucking girl? That's not about to get ditched.
Yeah, and you both kind of like turn your heads and look over at the bathroom, and you guys can see that the light's still on, and underneath the door there's the shadow of someone's leg.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys are like,
"Oh no,
she alright, fam?"
Oh nope, not that.
That's
sorry.
That noise, Jesus.
No. So then you just see like Frank like, go fucking check.
What, me? Alright, push him.
You were the one that had your tongue inside her asshole. Go.
I'm gonna pick up just like, I imagine there's some like just heavy like a pipe or like a bottle or something just on the floor. I just like pick it up and start like slowly heading towards the door.
Yeah, and he's like, "Why? Drop that shit. She's probably just lost."
What the fuck?
And you're like, "Lost?"
Well, she's like hyped up, fam. I've seen those people who've been smoking bath salts. So I'm not doing this.
As soon as you say bath salts, Frank gets this really serious look on his face, and he's like, "You're right." And he walks over to this cabinet, opens up the drawer, and just and releases the slider on his handgun. He's got a 9mm, and he's just like, "You're fucking right. Let's kick this bitch the fuck out of my studio." Yeah.
Yeah. I like get up to the door and I just knock on the back of it. I'm just,
Babes.
yo. Babes.
It's only one day.
And you don't hear anything.
All right, coming in, babes. Like, open the door very slowly. Is it locked?
No.
Okay, so very slowly open it and just like look inside.
And you see that her head is dipped over the toilet, and she's just kind of laying there. And there is vomit on the toilet, on the floor. Part of it, there's some vomit in the sink. Like, it looks like she projectile vomited just everywhere, and her head is dipped into the water in the toilet. And she's just laying there motionless.
I like grab her by her shoulder. I'm like, babes, that's fucking gross, fam. I'm just like, man's not like trying to like grab her and pull her out without getting too much like disgusting in my hand.
Yeah, and the thing is that when you lift her out, you realize that her face is like been partially in the water. So you're like, how is she being? And then she like immediately just lightning quick snaps her head up to you and just and she starts running to she starts running towards you.
Yeah.
All right. So at this point, she's gonna make a contested brawling against you because she's gonna try and knock you to the ground. Nice.
Hey,
yeah. So she comes up to grab you, and you just grab her and just like throw her around and push her out the bathroom door, and she just hits her head on the carpet, and lightning fast, like Frank was ready for this. As soon as her head lands on the thing, he shoots her in the back of the head. Just bam, and it goes.
Whoa, Frank, what the fuck?
Stupid cunt.
No, Frank, what the fuck?
She's not gonna touch you, bro. Fuck that bitch. And like, he's just looking up, and then he's like, his nose is bleeding, and there's just a line of white on his nose, like he had just snorted something. And he's like,
just a groupie, fam. What the fuck?
Yeah, you're right.
Fucking
groupies are a dime a dozen.
You fucking murked her, fam.
Yeah, no, man, this is fucked up. My nose is bleeding. And he starts walking over to the beast, and he's like looking for tissues.
And what are we supposed to do with the body?
It's all right, bro. We'll dump her in the river.
No, Frank, you're not fucking hearing me. You got coke in your ears or some shit.
Can you get me a towel? Can you get me a towel, please?
I throw him like one of his t-shirts off the floor just at him.
Yeah, exactly. And he's just like, he just catches it. He's like, thanks. Yeah. All right. Sorry, what? He like turns around and looks at you. What?
You're not fucking hearing me, fam.
What
you fucking done? Think about it, fam.
He just looks down. Yeah, that's fucked up. That's bad. That's really bad. Why did you let?
Yeah.
Why did you let me get a gun? Why did you let me touch my gun? I
didn't think you told you fire it
so many times.
What the fuck are you, fam? I came here for a rap career, not for fucking guns.
Sorry, I just got lost in the moment. We were making sick tracks for a couple days. Fuck.
Frank. We're gonna have to get rid of the fucking body.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Do you know anyone?
Yeah. I know a place. Alright, help me get her. And as soon as he says help me get her, we get a smash cut of them grabbing her, putting her in a plastic bag, wrapping her up, duct taping it, and then putting her in the trunk of the car, slamming the trunk of the car, and then they're at the river all of a sudden. They're just down at like what looks to be like like the LA River, like that little...
Yeah, like the hood of the car closes and it's like a smash cut with the blackness of the hood into like the night sky.
Yeah, exactly. And then all of a sudden you guys are standing next to the water.
Mm-hmm.
And we see you have your hood up and you're looking all conspicuous, and like Frankie has like it looks like receipt paper shoved up his nose to stop it from bleeding, and it's red at the bottom.
Receipt paper.
And he's just like, all right, help me with this.
All right, fam. You're holding the fucking head.
Okay. And you guys go to lift her.
Yeah.
And you guys start walking over to the water, right? And it's like, you're like, fuck, she's heavy. Like, why is she so heavy? And he's like, I don't fucking know. So you guys are like waddling over to the water.
Yeah, we're like carrying it. Oh, is this this is like a river, right?
Yeah. Well, it's like the LA River. So it's concrete slopes on either side of you, and then just the little stream that goes out into the ocean.
One of my feet like squelches into a patch of like wet mud, and I sort of like fall over towards it. Like, oh fuck this, fam! And drop my half of the body.
Yeah, and then he drops, like, it drops down. He's just like, just Come on, just help me.
It's your fucking fault, fam. I like stand up and like pick up the body, like, but I've lost my shoe to the mud.
Let's not play the blame game, okay?
Fine.
This is everyone's fault. We're all involved in this. And then he goes over.
Yeah.
Just help me. Just on 3, okay? 1, 3, and he goes to throw it, and you don't throw it at the same time.
Yeah,
so
I'm holding the leg still.
Yeah. So she awkwardly kind of flings you a little bit to the side, and then you let go, but she doesn't fall in far enough, and her head slams onto the concrete with this awful thud, and then she kind of awkwardly slides down into the water and starts rolling, and it's really painful. It takes like 10 seconds for her to finally reach the water, and then she's just stuck there, and Frankie's like, shit.
Learn how to fucking count, fam. Fuck.
And he goes over and he's like, oh, oh, and there's a crutch that's floating in the water, so he goes over and grabs the crutch and starts prodding her really slowly to try and get her into the water, and it's like really awkward. It takes like a minute.
I go over there. I
go
over there. I'm like, give me the fucking, and just like start doing it as well, but it's just as awkwardly like when I do it.
He's just like, thank God, that's done. Oh no, wait. We should.
What about a murder weapon?
Oh, I'm not throwing that away. It's money.
Just wipe it down or some shit.
Yeah, I'll throw it in like some OxyClean when we get home.
Fine, whatever. Fuck.
Did you know her name? Because we should say something, probably.
Nah, man.
Shh. That's fucked up. Dying without a name? You could have done her the honor of asking. That's
could have done her the honor of not fucking shooting them, fam.
That's fucked up. And Frank just starts walking away like, that's wrong. That's really wrong. And as you guys turn, we do a cut of Frank turning, and he starts walking up the concrete slope. And as he starts walking up the concrete slope, you can see that there's light reflecting on his face. And he looks up, and you guys realize that one of the skyscrapers in the distance is completely on fire. And he's like,
do you think there's been someone 9/11 some shit here?
how did we not notice that when we came down?
I mean, I was still fucking high.
And yeah, you guys start to listen, and you guys can hear gunshots down the street and stuff, and like cars slamming into each other, and all of a sudden all of these sounds of like the apocalypse start happening. Like there are people screaming.
Yeah.
You see a dude jump out of the 2nd-story building and hit the concrete and go splat, and you guys are like,
what the fuck?
It's happening.
What's happening, fam?
Frank goes up to you and just grabs you, and he's like, it's happening. I told you. It's happening.
Fuck, fam? It's just
Come with me.
It's just a fucking terrorist attack.
Yeah. We're not being the suckers, man. We're not dying like everybody else. Okay. So you know all that money I've been investing?
Yeah, in me.
Come on. I'll show you.
You said you were paying an artist for the new album.
Oh, it's a work of art, all right. Come on.
Yeah, I follow.
Yeah, and you guys get inside of his old Lincoln. Slam the door. It's a cherry red finish, and it's got like dice in the mirror and stuff. Like it's just the cheapest, and it's got like shag seat coverings and stuff. And you guys just, then it's just like it's a montage of you guys driving to the location and to the beat of like it's like lights passing overhead of you guys. And Frank's just like, fuck yeah. Yeah, and then you guys are driving, and you guys pull up to this old storage warehouse. Like a storage lot where you can rent out those things.
Yeah.
And you guys get up to the place.
How is this supposed to be art, fam? And how is fucking art helping us in a terrorist attack anyway?
Just sit back and be enlightened, my friend.
Be enlightened.
Alright?
Okay.
And you guys go up to the place. And the gates are locked, and like Frankie's trying to get in, so he's like, fuck this. And he goes over to the side and like grabs a garbage can, sets it down. Come on. And he gets up on top and jumps over and lands on the other side.
Is it like a chain link?
Yeah.
I've been climbing over these since I was like 6. I'm from the UK.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll climb over.
Nice. So yeah, you guys. You climb over, and he walks over to Unit 13. And you know 13's like Frank's lucky number, like that's his thing. So you're just like, of course, it's number 13. And he goes over to it, and he's like, "You ready?" And he goes, and then it's a slow motion thing of him unlocking the door and slowly opening up this thing. And he's just looking at you the whole time, and then it's like the pan shot past him as he's shaking his head. And as it opens up, the lights turn on to show this. This is sitting inside the storage unit, and what it is that it's very obviously an ice cream truck from like the 60s.
Oh my god!
And there is a thing on the side that's inscribed "fat ass ice cream," but he's crossed out the F and the T and replaced it with a B and a D, so it's badass ice cream. And it's just, and the thing is that you've noticed that on the top there's barbed wire around the top, and it's been reinforced with like these weird like metal like scrap pieces.
Yeah.
And he's just standing back, and he's just like, "What'd I say? What did I say?"
God damn it!
Is this what you've been spending all our fucking money on, fam?
Yeah. Yeah, man. Come here, just
fuck.
look. And he puts an arm around you, and he's like, "Just
Yeah.
look." And he's like, "Just look into its eyes." You
It's
hear
got
that?
fucking eyes, and I see like a pair of googly eyes that are like on the inside.
Yeah, nice. And he's like, "You hear that? She's whispering. She's whispering to us both. Do you hear that? Do you hear what she's saying? Survivors. That's what she's saying. Survivors. Come to me, oh children. We'll take you through."
Oh my god! This man's insane.
While everybody else is getting killed by terrorists and shit, we're gonna be cruising in this. Bulletproof. He goes over and touches the window. Look, he pulls out his gun and shoots the window, and it just bounces straight out. Yeah, and the bullet goes up and hits and slams against the wall. And he's like, "Bulletproof." And he just hands you the gun. He like goes and hands you the gun, and you just kind of awkwardly take it.
That's fucking gangster, fam.
Yeah. No, it's gangster. Yeah, that's the thing. Everybody's like, "Is Derek gonna be logical?" And it's like, no, this is awesome.
I get out like a spray, a kind of spray paint, and just put like a big G on the side.
Nice.
But it looks kind of like you'd imagine, you know, those like dollar signs that you made in like primary school, like with the sharp corners, like that sort of style of G.
Nice. So you start doing that, and like Frankie just goes in, and as he opens up the door, like he starts like caressing the steering wheel. You know, he like runs his hand along it very lovingly, almost as if it's like a beautiful woman that he's just holding. He's like, yeah. Well, why an ice cream truck, you might ask?
I didn't just fuck.
Check this out. And he goes and he starts it up, and the lights on the inside start. And you can see that when the lights turn on, there are fridges in the back. And it's like, it's very obvious that it's like, oh, we can store our own food in here if it's bad, right? You know, so we can keep all this stuff. And he has it already stocked with like stuff, and there's like canned food and all this other crazy stuff. And you're just why were you planning for this?
Fridges. Yeah.
Yeah.
See if they got my favorites.
Yeah, and the thing is, it has a lot of your favorite snacks and stuff, but something very obvious to you is missing.
Yo, Frank. I'm just holding up like a sort of bottle of this like red, goopy liquid.
Yeah, and he's over at the steering wheel, like pretending like he's driving, and he's like, "Yeah, what's up? What?
What the fuck is this bargain brand?" Just like some ketchup.
What the
And he
fuck?
turns around, and he's like, "What do you mean?"
Man's not about to be going fucking rationing food without any hands.
Oh fuck! I'm sorry. I forgot your astistheopia, the sensitivity, the taste thing. I'm so sorry. I know you can't eat anything without the right ketchup.
The fuck, fam?
Shit.
All this fucking prep. I like point around at and you fucking forgot something that basic, fam.
You know?
Man's not about to be fucking eating bargain brand.
He just takes it from you. And he just hucks it against the wall and it just explodes. And he's like,
Fuck.
You're right. That's disrespectful. I was disrespectful and I apologize to you. Alright? But we gotta get the fuck out of Dodge. So what I suggest is we go out in the countryside somewhere. We'll pick up some Heinz at the grocery store or something. Yeah,
Sauce.
yeah, some sauce. Yeah, we'll pick it up somewhere along the way. But I suggest we get as far away from the other people. Because I don't know if you've seen like War of the Worlds or whatever, but like when people start getting hungry and shit, they're gonna try and ambush us, right?
Alright, fam, we got a day. Yeah? Day to get me some Heinz.
Right.
Alright, fam.
You want to drive?
I can't fucking drive. I ain't got a license.
It's the end of the world, man. All the cops are dead and shit. Terrorism.
You're fucking right. I like put
Yeah.
a hand on his shoulder as he like sits up at the seat and like sort of scooch past him and get into the driver's seat.
Yeah, and he just kind of sits back like a proud father.
Yeah.
Watches you start up the engine. And he's like, no, press down on that. No, okay, so reverse that. Like, and then it's really awkward. Like he's trying to tell you how to do it because you've never done it. And you're just like, fuck off. And then you go and you slam the car straight into the wall, and it dents the wall, but nothing happens to the car.
Fuck.
It's all right, man. I planned for this too.
Sure, fam.
Dent proof. Just back her out of here.
Fucking crush for a skyscraper or some shit.
Yeah. And then we get this awkward montage of you backing out of the garage, and it takes you like 3 minutes, and it's really awkward, but this epic music's still playing, right? And it's like the car's just like awkwardly trying to get out, and then eventually you just slam through one of the side walls and bust half of the wall down, but the ice cream truck follows.
Like the garage doors like slightly too low, like so it just like scrapes along the roof.
Exactly. It scrapes the roof.
Mm-hmm.
And then Frank, sort of like a captain, like he's standing up at the front, like just standing up very triumphantly, and he's like, onward.
Yeah,
Make
and
it
I
so.
continue driving. I like you see me just change gear. We get like close up.
Yeah. And you guys start driving through the city streets, and at this point, the sun is starting to come up because it was late night, and it's just starting to come up, and you guys are realizing that there are just dead people sprawled all throughout the streets. And you're like, you run over a couple corpses and stuff. You see a bunch of cops that are like eating somebody in the road. There is just like, it's just bedlam. It's just insanity. There's dead people hanging out of windows. There's just body parts like everywhere. And then funny enough, all of the advertisements that you're driving by is for like pill prescriptions, tanning, all of the like superficial stuff that you're used to seeing.
You sure it's only been 3 days, fam? I'm looking at the side of the road as like a cop is like tearing off an arm from a corpse and biting into it.
Yeah, and he's like, I don't know, my watch is broken.
How the fuck is... It's cannibalism and shit, fam.
That's the first thing to happen, man. When people run out of food and shit, they just start eating each other, man. Happened to the pilgrims.
3 fucking days, fam.
Yeah, he's like, happened to the pilgrims. You know, the Indians had to show them how to not eat each other and stuff, and then they gave corn, bro.
As long as you think this is fucking safe.
I mean, nothing could get us in here, man. And then he goes over to the windows and he starts sliding down these metal, like shop shops
like
close
grates.
up. Yeah, he starts sliding down these metal grates for each window, and he's like, nobody's getting us in here. No hungry pilgrims in here, man. Just you and me. We're the Indians. Corn.
I don't think the Indian story ended that well.
Yeah, and he's just like,
Idiots.
yeah, well, I'm half Indian.
Right. I think one of my friends was half Indian. Oh, no, American Indian. Right.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm like half like Indian. Like boop, like not like like boop,
yeah, shit.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. fuck it, whatever. Just go.
Yeah.
Just out of here. Yeah.
It's been like slowly slowing down because I've just been like looking back and just like, yeah.
Yeah,
Take
exactly.
my foot off the throttle.
Oh no, it's like yeah. And then the thing is, you guys hear a crunch and you realize you've run over an old lady.
Yeah.
and it's like, oh, and it's like the blood splats up onto the windshield. And it's like, oh, and you like kind of swerve out of the way.
I like try and turn the wipers on.
yeah, exactly. You try to, but they're like,
yeah.
Like just making these awful sounds.
Like an eyeball, like with the optical nerves stuck in the windscreen wiper.
Oh
god.
Nice, dude.
God damn it.
Oh my god. Yeah, so you guys just start, it's like, and I think we're gonna cut away from Frankie and
from the hype.
from the hype, from the beautiful men that is Frank and Darren. Look at those two beautiful boys.
Beautiful males.
Who are these men? Are they even
Badass
men?
ice cream fam.
They're
We're beyond men.
Yeah. Frankie would be the guy I was playing if I was in the game. That's who they are.
Yeah.
What? Does everybody not like Frankie and Darren? They're like the best.
So I was laughing. So I don't mean to detract from the story. I was laughing so fucking hard because I think these are two of my favorite NPCs I've ever had in a game that I've been playing.
Two of your favorite. One of them is a PC.
Yeah, one of them's a PC.
That's true.
But you make it.
I didn't even notice. You played him so well. Anyway.
Nice.
Oh, good shit.
So we go to which one of you driving? I believe it's Derek that's driving.
I'm unconscious.
Yeah, it's me.
Yeah, he's driving.
Yes, I'm driving along, like fucking glass. All right in the back. I'm just checking on everyone, see if they're all right.
Yeah, and then it's cramped, bro. Like as you see that, like Bryce is kind of like scrunched down, smushed because he's sitting in the back behind the passenger.
Oh yeah, well maybe you should have laid off the fucking ground beef then.
Fuck's
sake.
You're gonna hit a bump at some point, and just here in the back, just a. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, he hits a bump, and you just hear this like, boom, and it's like, oh. Shit, and like Zach's up sitting in the front and she's just like looking at herself in the thing, just like trying to like fix like the smudgy makeup from her eyes. Where do we even go? It's like everybody's dead and trying to kill us, and I don't even live here.
How long's it been? A couple of days?
I don't know. I can't tell. I don't have a calendar.
Well, we should probably stock up on food while we can. See if the shops are still, stocked.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of stuff.
That's a smart idea. But what do we do if there's more of them in there?
I just sort of look back at Bryce and it's like, same things we did before.
Right. But we need to try and get we need to stop somewhere with a medical stuff. I need to patch up the handsome guy that's in the back. He's hurt.
Oh, just the word she used to describe him, handsome male.
Surprise.
Yeah, so shake my head. Yeah, right, yeah. So what's that like? You need like a pharmacy for that?
I just need stuff. I'd probably a splint. I don't know. Maybe his neck's broken. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I just.
I'm not a big knowledge boy on shops in America, but do they have like pharmacies in those supermarkets?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The problem is though, Mitch, is that that you guys are out in the country, right? Because it's countryside, just a lot of farm and stuff, and then you guys can connect to the main highway, and then it takes you. You guys would be driving for like an hour or so to get to the city. Like you guys could see the city as this little tiny speck on the horizon because you guys were up on a hill, right?
Right. Okay. So in that case, it'd probably be like a petrol station or whatever. If they have like little sort of medicine bits in there.
Mm-hmm.
And they'd have food and all that sort of shit as well. So yeah, probably. What about a petrol station?
It could work. Oh yeah, and she points, and you guys drive by a sign that says "Rest Stop, 2 miles."
Oh, cool. Oh yeah, I forgot you lot call them rest stops. And I just drive a bit faster.
Those are different than just gas stations. They're like road trip. You can stop there and like get food. They're
Yeah.
nice.
Like a petrol station.
Yeah. Whatever. She like looks out the. She just looks out the window. So do you think like this is everywhere?
Hard to tell. And I look around me, and I'm guessing I look off into the city, and do I see like smoke? You said, right?
Yeah, you saw smoke billowing from the from one of the skyscrapers.
Well, it's definitely all right. Maybe they've got a perimeter around the place, something like that. But
Right.
no way to tell.
At this point, Lyle, you are awake. You wake up and you feel yourself being jolted around in the trunk of a car.
You just hear like muffled talking. Like, while you just fucking bounce.
Yeah. You can just barely hear voices, and you know that you're in a vehicle because you can hear the engine.
Oh, help! Hey, I'm gonna like knock on the partition
Like, what
between
did you
the
say
trunk
there?
and the back seat.
Yeah, and Bryson's like, bros. I think little bro in the backs woke up.
Yeah, Boot Boy's awake, yeah? Right.
Yeah, Hannah's just sitting there, like, just. Can we pull over?
Well, I was thinking you could just take the back cover off. You know, like when there's the back seat and then behind it there's the cover
This car ain't that nice.
on some cars?
That's the thing. It's not nice.
No.
This is a crap
Yeah.
shit car.
Shit.
That's
Fine,
like
we'll pull
that's
over.
why I was saying like the partition, because the partition is the seats, but there's no way to get to the back from the middle.
Yeah, and I just sort of like cock I look at Zach and I'm like, as long as you don't mind him sitting on your lap, yeah, sure.
She's just like, no.
Oh no.
Yeah, Darren, fucking Derek's like,
And yeah, you guys slow down the car, and Lyle, you feel it come to a stop. And yeah, you're parked on the side of the road, and kind of what we see is that it's just an old country road. Like, it's one of those things that when you pull off to the side a little bit, like you start hitting gravel, and it slants downwards into a ditch a little bit. Like one of those old, like those country roads.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, you get out, and you just look around, and the sun's starting to set, and it's very beautiful out. But as the sun is setting, like, you're just looking across the country, and you just see like, wheat fields just as far as you can see, just wheat. No sign of any infected or anything. And you're trying to figure out, Derek, how to pop open the trunk.
wait, what?
You're trying to figure out how to pop open the trunk because it's always different on different cars, and you're like fucking American car. Where the
Yeah, like fucking, I'm like sliding the finger on like the bottom side for like those release buttons, I'm like, fuck's sake, what the fuck? And I finally find it.
Yeah, it's on your right side. And yeah, you pop it open.
yeah.
Sorry
So,
about that, buddy.
yeah. So the trunk pops open, Lyle, and immediately you're blinded just by light.
Ah!
Yeah, and I put my hand down, so help you out.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I take his hand really weakly.
Careful.
Yeah. You
You're still
feeling
in
alright,
really
mate?
bad shape.
He just starts coughing. Oh shit.
Yeah, he's just coughing for no reason.
Well, because God, I really should have gotten those McDonald's fries out of my trunk way earlier. They're supposed to last like a couple years, right? I guess they've been in there a long time.
What?
What?
Alright, whatever, buddy.
My water. Zach goes over to the front and grabs you like her water bottle and just here.
Thank you. Yeah, you were always my favorite, Zach. You had the best plot lines. Yeah, and I start popping open the water bottle.
Yeah, and she's like, "Did you hear him?" Spotlight. Well, I guess. And she like flips her hair.
I always
like, a
got
little
the
bit, like,
most
I guess.
inspiration for you, like, You're just such an interesting person, you know?
You're not just saying this because I, like, totally saved your life, right?
You saved my life?
You
Oh,
look over at Derek and he's like, yeah.
this is totally going in the memoir. He just looks down to where his satchel would be. Where's my satchel?
Are you gonna like fucking get in, or are we just gonna sit here for a few hours?
Where's my satchel? Like, I rush up to you and just, like, grab the front of your coat. That had my life's work in it.
What
Derek?
about your fucking satchel?
Yeah.
What about your satchel?
That had my manuscript in it.
You fell down
Man.
a fucking elevator shaft, you twat. No, we didn't bother to pick
Oh,
up your fucking handbag.
No, I had thought about it, but, like, it, like, totally fell down in, like, the bottom.
Fuck.
Yeah, and like Derek, he's got like an empty bottle, like the whiskey he was, drinking. He just is empty. Fucking, he throws it on the ground. He's like, "Come on, fuck's sake!" And he like sort of roughly gets in the car.
Yeah. Okay, just, can you do something for me? She walks up to you, Lyle. She gets, like, really close, and she's just like, follow this. And she starts moving it back and forth just to see if you can focus on it. 'Cause
Yeah.
she wants to see if you have something wrong with your head.
Yeah.
And, so she's going to do a medical check to see how you are
cool.
doing.
All right.
Yeah,
Nice.
and she was as she's doing this, she's like, "Do you feel off balance?"
A little bit, yeah. Yeah.
I think that I'm not a doctor, but I think that we should take you somewhere where you can maybe have an X-ray. You might have a partial concussion.
Oh shit. You might be right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just try and take it easy, and don't go too far.
All
At least
right,
not without
Zach.
somebody watching you.
Okay.
She just looks at you and like gives you a little bit of a smile, like she kind of looks down, sort of shy, and just
Thanks,
here,
Zach.
come in the front.
Yeah.
She walks over. She kind of helps you like walk over to the passenger side.
Yeah.
She opens up the passenger door for you.
Yeah, I'm a tad wobbly. Oh yeah. Yeah, I start going into the door. Thanks.
You're welcome.
I start sitting in.
Yeah, and she goes to like as soon as you buckle in, she shuts the door and she goes and sits in. So Bryson has to squeeze into the middle. So now we have Hannah on the left side, Bryson in the middle seat, and then Zach at the back right seat.
Yeah.
And are you sitting on his lap?
No,
I'm in the front.
He's in the front.
The
Because it's a
passenger.
3-person back, right?
Yeah.
Oh right. Everyone comfy? Good. I don't wait for anyone to answer. Just fucking slam the foot down.
Yeah, you slam your foot down, and the car just does this little awkward like, and then it starts going forward. Like the engine is just not a good engine. So instead of it being like, brr, brr, it's just like, and then you start scooting
I don't-
forward, and the car like
I
awkwardly.
don't say anything.
I look.
like-
I look almost like proud for whatever reason. I'm just like, that's my girl. Always getting going when I need her to. Oh yeah.
You say something?
What? No, man. No, I'm fine. Oh, I
Right.
guess. Where are we going?
And he starts like sort of doing this with his face. Petrol station, buddy. Need to get some supplies.
Okay. All right.
You're kind of not really remembering exactly everything that happened, Lyle, because you hit your head really hard.
Yeah.
So if you want me to, you can roll me a difficult intelligence.
Okay.
Check to see if you remember exactly what situation you guys are in.
I like that. 9.
Yeah.
Just.
So yeah, you just barely are remembering flashes of sort of things that happened to you.
Yeah.
Like you're getting flashes of like Mary chasing after you, and then a guy getting his neck torn out, and you not really knowing what was happening, and then you trying to run outside, and then opening up the door and seeing hundreds of fans staring at you trying to eat you. Then you slam the door, and that's kind of what you remember. You don't really remember falling down the elevator shaft, or anything of those lines. Like. You don't remember exactly what you've been doing for the last couple days because it's all sort of blurry, but you're just getting these horrific images of like your coworkers getting killed by your coworkers.
Man. Has the whole world gone to shit?
Yep, probably. Well, I don't know. City though, and I point to the city. That's fucked.
Yeah. As he points, you look up and you can see it in the far, far distance. You can just see black smoke billowing.
Shit, man. Oh no. Fuck.
Oh, family.
No, I was gonna send my manuscript to a publishing house in that building, and I point to the tallest skyscraper. Fuck.
Yeah, I kind of like. All right, if you say so, buddy.
Oh, god damn
Yeah.
it. I guess it doesn't matter now I don't have my manuscript.
What's so important about your manuscript anyway?
I spent years on it, man! Alright, years! Ah,
Oh yeah.
I hated
What's
that
it?
job at Madhouse. You guys were cool, okay? You're really cool characters, and you're cool people. But the job fucking sucked. Alright?
Oh,
The hours were shit! And fucking Laszlo, man. Don't even get me started on Laszlo.
no, that
Alright.
prick.
Laszlo can go. I hope he's sucking dicks in hell, alright? I hope he died and all that shit. Because that motherfucker. Oh my god.
Yeah, as you're roll me a notice if you have it, or a perception.
He has notice. He has good notice.
Yeah, give me a damn. Okay,
Is this for anyone? Or?
that was for Lyle.
Yep. Just
What Lyle doesn't notice, but the audience notices,
Yeah.
is that Zach is just staring at you through the rear view mirror,
yeah.
looking at it so that she can see your face, and just staring, and like you're kind of oblivious to it as you're just
Completely.
talking.
Yeah. Just like
Yeah.
fucking Laszlo, man.
Can I see it?
Yeah. Yeah, you notice it, and you just kind of smile.
Yeah. Don't say. I just sort of. So, what's so important about this manuscript anyway? What's it about?
It's my life as a writer, man. It's the memoirs of Lyle McDouchebog.
What, like an autobiography?
Yeah. I've been writing a long time, okay? Madhouse was just my first, like, big break. Or I guess you could call it that.
Yeah. Well, you got to start somewhere, pal, haven't you?
Well, you don't want to know where I started. It's pretty
Yeah, and Bryson's kind of sitting in the back, like listening, and he's like, "Wait, was everything scripted, bro?
What?
Are you all actors?" He's just like looking around.
Well,
I didn't get any
Nope.
lines. Yo, and then he just goes, yo, and he hits the back of your chair, so it like goes forward. And he's like, why didn't you give me any lines? Bro?
No,
I'm
no,
like really good at memorization.
there were no lines. No lines, Bryce. I mean, it's not like, yeah, I say like to the front, so he doesn't really hear it. It's not like he's gonna fucking remember anything. No, man.
So that not even the audience can hear you? Nice.
Yeah. It's not like you can fucking remember any of the fucking lines. No, Bryson, dude, like, the challenges were made, some of them just for you, man. Like, remember, oh my god, remember the tire challenge? Remember how crazy that was? It was like
Which one was
third
that, bro?
week, dude. Third week. When, like, 8 people were eliminated. It was fucking crazy, man.
Bryson's just like, you realize you're not getting anywhere with Bryson, is he's just like,
Wait, tired challenge.
tired challenge, bro?
Yeah, none of you
Is
I
that,
made
is
that
possibly,
challenge.
Is that possibly where I injured my leg? Because I got a bit of a fucked up leg, and I.
Oh yeah. You probably fucked your leg up a little, like a little bit by trying to do something. You're like, I'm still a flexible, spry young. Like one of those things.
Yeah. So you were behind that. Fucking sweat. Sort of chuckles. Like,
Yeah, and so
Fucking fuck my
Lyle
leg up.
Lyle's just like, yeah, the tire challenge, and we just see this thing of him starting to talk, right? As it's just like as the camera fades out of the car, as he's just like, yeah, the tire challenge, yeah, man, we had this like, we had the thing and like fucking what, and then it just the camera cuts away. We just see you guys driving down this road, and we can see the rest stop far away,
Nice.
in the distance, all lit up, and we're gonna take our break there, our first break.
nice.
Nice.